And yeah, this is going to be a garden chat. Just sit here and talk about a few things in the garden. And yeah, so, and alright. So, good morning, everybody. Let's get this going. Alright. It's got a few plants over this way. It's a little cloudy today. Overcast. If anybody's got some questions, feel free to ask. Alright. Let me grab my coffee. Right. It's probably gonna be a bit rainy today. So not sure when or how much it's going to rain, but we'll have to see because even the weather people said this morning that it's going to be the timing is going to be a bit off, which that says a lot. If you're familiar with the meteorologists and all that stuff on the news, with how accurate they can be, since they got a high percentage rate of that. All right, all right, everyone. Back to some of these plants real quick. Yeah. All right, make it a little choppy because the plants are moving a little bit. Now, I do got a few reapers starting to ripen. Uh oh, now I gotta sit down my coffee again. Alright. Now, let's see. Got that one back there, you can see ripening more. Gotta give that one at least a day or two. And yeah. There's another reaper. Or reaper variants, I should say. Because this is not the desired kind of phenotypes. But I have been kind of encouraging my plants to, expand upon what they do. And kind of encourage that. Because everybody likes awesome or different variations of hot peppers. Oh no. Alright. I'm going back this way, setting this cup down, grabbing my little pepper bucket. Alright. I'm gonna carry this along with the ride because I might have to pick a couple. This one's cayenne, loaded. Gotta check my plants here. Alright, getting some pods, but not ripe yet. Gotta maneuver around all these branches. Alright, set this down here and take a look. Alright. Got some Scotch bonnets over here. Oh no, these are ones that look like Scotch bonnets, but they can have a tail a little bit hotter. And these are supposed to be peach marukas. Got some seeds from a fellow pepperhead, or pepper guy, or grower. And then, yeah, I'm just waiting to see how those turn out. If they're as hot as other marukas, that'll be awesome. And I do got the plant up next to a few other ones, but I don't mind my plants being in close proximity to each other because I tend to, I don't really distribute a bunch of seeds like that, and I'm not too picky. And I mean, sometimes I'll hook people up, sometimes I'll sell a few, but I don't do that, you know, heavily. I'm not a commercial grower. But let's see. Over here is a ghost pepper plant. Got a few there. And then a few habaneros. This one's supposed to be paprika. So we'll see how those turn out. This is a little variant off the type of a hob. This one not. This one a lot hotter. Right. Let's get these guys. Look, see over here. Another cayenne plant. Now these this mint, I'm gonna have to trim back because it's laying over. But so probably we'll have to dry some out. We'll see. It's always nice and dry out mint because you can always you know, add it to different things, drinks, foods, all that kind of stuff. This one's a type of habanero here too as well. Very nice plant, good structure, solid. And let's see. Oh, this one's a jalapeno. Nice thick wall, dense. We got some weight. Nice structured plants. This one's called Mammoth Jalapeno. Very good one. And good for stuffing, eating, slicing up, grilling. Be able to withstand the heat on when somebody's cooking it up. Got more mint over here. As you see, it's already it's been flowering. I already cut them back, the flowers back before, but I just haven't been keeping up on that. She usually gets around near that time of year where it should be slowing down, but plants usually kick in. Check these out. This one's a variation of a Scotch bonnet varieties. But look at the bottoms on these. Looks like they're splitting, but that's just the way they came out. I'm waiting for this one to fully turn. I could probably, you know what, I'll take that one off now. Yeah. Look at that. I know it's got a couple marks on the bottom, but that's alright. Well, like this one, like the pod. And yep, I'm gonna move the stake here on that plant here soon, because that one's leaning in the opposite direction now. Alright. Well, right. This one's a variation off of jalapenos I've been growing. Little stubby ones, but they'll still be good for stuffing. Maybe wrap one with a slice of bacon around it. This one's a shishito, and this one's low to the ground because it's been loaded up all season. Pods are very good size for the plant. Very productive. I've picked I don't know how many off it. This is a banana. This one's rather nice. I'll get into that plant a little bit later. This one's a CGN 21500. This one's a nice looking plant, nice looking pods. It's supposed to be decent Scoville range, even though it is in the Chinense family, but it's not like crazy hot. So from what I've gathered, but I'll be trying them soon. This is one of the ones that is a variant off a Reaper that I'd gotten or from an area or close local by, and I had gotten reds and yellows. So it would be pretty cool to see where these go. Last season I had the reds and yellows going. The yellows were extremely hot, so were the reds. They're both totally filled wall-to-wall placental tissue, and they're really dang hot. So, and let's see here. Got these ghosts. Check this out. Little fatty ghost. Right. These ones are nice. It's a scorpion cross. Here's another variation of that red one that was supposed to be from a type of Reaper. They've had different phenotypes. Ones of them will have that little stinger on them. Some of them, a lot of some of them don't. But in comparison, these ones hold their weight in heat extremely well. And I would say those ones are a good contender for some of the hotter peppers around. But check this guy out. Try to move it slowly so it doesn't seem all choppy, because the overcast skies may affect the signal a little bit. Alright, make my way over this area. This one's a variation of mine, and it's more of a jalapeno type family, but I'm not saying it is a jalapeno, but it is along in that type. Another that CGN 21500 plant. I got one out in the garden right now. This is that same one. And then gotta check this plant here. This one is a burning bush habanero. Nice sized plants. This thing just loaded. A lot of the pods are ripe, and some of them are probably dang near overripe because I haven't been picking too many off that plant. I've just been kind of pushing, holding off a little. We'll have to readjust the stakes in this plant here. All right. And then, see those funky pods? Those are Mad Hatter. Nice shapes on them. Some of them, some people kind of associate the shapes with the bishop's crown, but it's called Mad Hatter. Pretty big pods, but not too many ripening yet on that one. And like one of those Thai plants, Thai hot pepper plants that I was showing the other day. And another jalapeno. And I like this pod to ripen. Some sweet apples right here. Another ghost pepper plant. This is a variation of mine. Pods getting a decent size. Alright. This is a BT hub. Now, gotta make my way this way. Alright. Now these ones are supposed to be gypsy peppers. Pretty big. And they're supposed to be on the sweeter side. These ones are sweet Italian peppers. And then Trinidad Perfume. Nice strain. And a lot of people like it because it's got all the flavors of a hotter pepper, but it's got zero heat. Well, I shouldn't say that. And that one's across from mine. Loaded up with flowers right now. Just hope some of the pods on it ripen up pretty well before the end of the season here. All right. Gotta keep this moving a little bit. Got the tomato plants here. They've seen their fill, seen their run. So, yeah. And yeah, so, but and this plant right here is supposed to be holy moly, but the pods aren't looking like the holy moly that I've grown before. They're looking more like Sida Balio. It could be Barbalio. It could be, and try not to get too mad at me because I'm pretty sure I'm kind of butchering the name of that. But, you know, let's see. Oh, there's one here. This plant is from the Bootler line. That these ones had turned red a few seasons ago when I first got them. I had some chocolate Bootler plants that where they were all chocolate except for one plant that came out red. And from what I gathered, Bootlers are pretty well known for their variations. But they are hot. Don't get me wrong on that. And yeah. But the red ones were just as hot. The red variants that I had gotten from it were just as hot as the chocolates, but they had more of an improved flavor in my eyes. So, this is another Buddha variant. It's kind of hard to see where right with the glare so much, but yeah. Gotta get around here. Yeah, well, another point I'll see about getting a better angle, but let's see. Oh, try to move around here without tripping on some of these tomatoes I left laying around. Alright, check out these nuggets. And these ones will be hot. Hot, hot. And then shorty cayenne plant. And then there's this guy. It's gonna be a good hot one. And then got a giant Marconi, which is living up to his name on here. Alright. If the weather plays with me, plays right, I'm hoping to go over a few miles of my plants, my own types, and that's if given the cooperation of the weather. But you know how Mother Nature is. It does what it does, when it does, how it does, when it feels like it. This is an orange lunchbox pepper. Sweet snacking pepper. A lot of people will be familiar with those in the local produce that they usually have them in bags. Another ghost. Here's the Medusa. And let's see if I can do this. A lot of these peppers are drying out or pretty much right on the plant. It's an ornamental variety if you're not familiar. Very mild. Alright. Here's a pretty tasty pepper. I would suggest you like some nice looking plants and very easy to maintain and grow in containers. Medusa is the way to go. Here's another Brindle Hob. I'm kind of growing these ones out for a few seasons, but the past couple of seasons I haven't been able to grow them too well. I mean, not too well, much, because I've been concentrating on other plants. Calico, nice one. A lot of my plants, in regards to what I do with them after the season's over, a lot of them I'll kind of cut them down, and then kind of break up the plants. If I have time during the season, I'll kind of chop some of them up, the ones that I can, and then just kind of work them back in the soil. That's kind of what I did, but I just left them. I didn't even retill the garden at the end of the season last season because I didn't have the time to, and well, I would have had the time to. It's just that the the soil was had a bit much moisture. So yeah, in other words, it was pretty moist, and yeah, and it would have worked, but I mean, I would have had to stop the tiller. I don't know how many times just to get all that damp soil off the blades. Would have created a lot of work just for me. I mean, I'm not saying I'm opposed to doing the work. It's just I'd rather it be a little drier so I don't have to stop as much. All right. This one's one of my first generation crosses. Debating on whether or not to um, do a giveaway. I don't know. I still haven't decided yet. So, I mean, because it's one of those little things that I don't want people to start abusing it. I mean, abusing the fact that I'm doing a giveaway and all that. So, um, all right. What's up, Rodney? So, all right. See if I can squeeze by a couple of these plants. So, yeah. So, see if I can get around here. Check these plants out. These pods here. These will be turning red. And yeah, these ones will be extremely hot. Well, I wouldn't say too extreme, but really hot. Right. All right. Hopefully I'll get plenty of those plant or several plants I have going. This one's supposed to be yellow variant. Excuse me, yeah. This one's jalapeno. And coming up right around the corner here, or right around the jalapeno, is the Mad Hatter. Now, some people probably, say they look like Bishop's Crown and all that, but I mean, yeah, there are some similarities in the look, but I'm not sure how similar they will be in regards to the plant or the taste of them in general. And I did grow Mad Hatter before. I'm kind of missing growing them, but it's all right. It's no problem. And then, yeah, a couple of these here. This one's called Chocolate Cherry. Very nice plant. And all the pods, as you can see, can just grow pointing upwards. They're very mild, nicely flavored pepper. And more tomatoes. These are some beast of looking peppers. I'm waiting for some of these bigger ones to ripen up so I can do them. But as you can see, look on that plant. Some wild different phenotypes. So hopefully I can get a lot of them, those bigger ones, to ripen up pretty good. Here's another Bhutlah. Now keep in mind, I've had quite a bit of variations of the Bhutlah just from the seed stock I've grown. This one's an odd variation of mine. So, I mean, I wouldn't say odd variation. I'd say the unexpected variation of crossing mine. That's what I was meaning. And if you look at the flowers, that's pretty awesome. And yeah, this one's another one of a variation of mine. I like it. I've been trying to keep growing them. Ooh, I'm not liking the way this wind's picking up. Please pass over me, storm. All right. Another variation of mine. Look at that, Joe. So, yeah. Now, there are certain ones of mine that I'm not just going to just hand out to people, because a lot of people like to try to go making profit off other people, of my stuff or other people's stuff. But all right, I'm not going off on a thing about that, but I'm just going to keep it going in the garden here. Now, that's calico. I like these plants. I had grown it in ground, or one variation of one of these in the ground a few years ago, and it didn't grow very tall. Actually, the one in the ground grew shorter than this. But I found that when I grew the calico plant a few seasons back, that it stayed super short. It didn't even grow like a half-foot tall, but you know, I figured, or I found out through my experience that it's pretty well it does really well in a container from what I've noticed. It'd be better for that, because otherwise you're just going to have the plant almost laying on the ground, which is okay with some, but I just much prefer to keep this one in the container. That way it can, do its thing, just like with some of the other ornamentals I like doing in containers. But more tomato plants here. I harvested a big bucket full of tomatoes a couple of days ago, and that was just off several plants. I got more. I need to get off these plants, so I won't do them now, but I'll get to them. Here goes the mini boot. This one's is dubbed the mini boot by me, due to the fact is that when I was growing some of these from a thing I got just to mess around, I seen at like some kind of novelty type place that they were doing some of those little aluminum or tin can kind of things that had different garden type plants in them, or seeds. And then I was germinating some of them that were marked ghost pepper, and yeah, they didn't come out right. So even though they are in the million Scoville range, they got a pretty good flavor, nice little nugget sizes, and the heat's pretty well. And they'd be perfect for making sauces, or if you just want to pop a hot one in your mouth and then while you're eating. And yeah, it's good. They're good, but they only grow like small little nuggets of pods. But good peppers in general. All right. All right, everybody. Let's see here. Got a couple plants to look over. Whoop! Dragonfly just zipped right by me. Another sign that it's later in the year. A fair amount of plants are dropping some leaves like that. Not a bad thing. I mean, get a leaf off there, it's going to replace it with another. So, all right. These ones are going to be nice little hotties. So. All right. I didn't show a purple ghost, but all right. If you're talking about this one here, this one's a purple ghost scorpion, which I only just started within the past year or something, but these ones were started late. I mean, extremely late. But, I mean, you'd have to ask around about that one. But, um, in regards to any ones of mine, I haven't really spoken too much of that. I mean, I got my own types of little things going on over here. I'm trying to keep the info on mines to me right now. If I'm ready to put it out there, then I'll put it out there. So, but I'm going to keep them going in my garden for quite a while before I just, start handing them out or whatever. But, alright. Uh-oh. Am I seeing this one? Oh. No, now. Yeah. This one's off a Butch T line. I was calling them Butch T large because they were getting pretty dang large for a Butch T. So, alright. Now, I can't see too many of them in here, but some of them don't have the typical Butch T, but I'll move on. Let's see, where is this one? Now, these ones are bonnet-like, but these ones are much hotter than a chocolate bonnet. More like on long lines of the scorpion level. But if you can see, this one's got a little tiny tail right there. So, alright. Now, right now, to me personally, my garden isn't up to my expectations. But, I mean, that's me personally. I expect better of my plants. But every grower has their own ideals for what they want. This one's got a little sun scald on the leaf, but that's alright. The UV index has been pretty high around this time of year, or around in the year in general. This one's a brown scorpion or moruga. I know they look like off phenotype, but it is that. I've been growing those for a few seasons now, or several seasons. I've been growing morugas for quite a while. And ever since I started growing morugas, I've liked them, and I've kept growing them. Alright. Now, see these ones here is one of mine. But this is what off my Funky Mutant line. I call them that in that line because they do get some funky mutated like shapes. Now, I'd like to get through here without pushing over any other plants. Now this is one of the bushiest ones right here. So, yeah. Leaf. I like this one. Get some good heat. Let me see. Trying to move without stabbing myself in the face with a stake. Alright. But this variation should turn to an orange color. Hey, what's up, Elegant? Hush Junkie. Most of these ones are in the ground. I do have a few in containers, but most of them are in the ground. Yeah. So, ooh. Shh. Shh. Nature. That's a good sign for me. There's a butterfly on a mint plant. That's good. I like seeing stuff like that. Um, all right, everybody. Um, all right. Get over this way. Oh yeah. All right. Now this plant is off the Morugas, yellow Morugas I've been growing for a number of years. I call them the BT variant because they do vary a bit from the typical Moruga phenotypes. And not in a bad way. I mean, they still get some good sized pods. Hot, hot, hot. And there you go. And yeah, still all the scorpion heat and flavor. And yeah. Check out one of these. I like these colors of mine. But, all right. Now, these are purple ghost scorpions. And I've liked growing them ever since. Or I haven't grown them very much, but I've grown a few, and I like them. But there's some. I mean, they're pretty cool. So, all right. Hey, anybody want some tomatoes? We got way too many tomatoes going on here. Way too many tomatoes. A lot of peppers I can deal with, but tomatoes is just something else. They just got a lot going on. If anybody's growing tomatoes, you'll be able to see that they produce a lot earlier than peppers do, which isn't a bad thing, but I prefer peppers to be growing a little faster than tomatoes because tomato plants just grow like crazy. And you can see if you look back here a bit, there's some ghost peppers. But if you guys notice, I still got I got a lot of these clovers and some grasses growing around in here. I've been letting that happen because I've been having rabbits hanging around, and I prefer them to chew on that more than they do my plants. Look at this guy. I don't want to scare them off, so I'm going to leave a little be. All right, all right. This one's in the container. Got some nice height to it. That one down here, it's called Onyx Red. Even though it has a similarity to black pearl, it's not a black pearl. And they're small, slightly smaller peppers, more compact plant, but these are starting to turn green, which is an indicator for me that they are going to change color. So yeah. Alright, got cayenne. Alright. Got this plant that was marked as super chili, or which to me isn't the most atypical super chilies to me. Alright. This one's black pearl. This one's got a lot of cracking going on to them, larger leaves, stuff like that. Alright. Now, this one is one of mine. Check that out. These ones have a nice little kick to them. Being some larger blocky pods, which I'm waiting for those to ripen up. Huh. Hey, fancy meeting you over here, little butterfly. You were just on my other plant. Thank you for your visit. I appreciate all y'all coming in here. Alright. Now this one is across the mine. Now, you start off with this dark color, jump to or switch to this color before ultimately turning red. Now this year I don't got any onions, but I mean, it's been a couple seasons since I've grown any. But yeah, I probably could have gotten away with growing a few. Oh, come on, wind. But check out these pods. These ones I got are on a plant called Bananarama. So pretty good size banana peppers. I'm looking forward to trying those. So yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling the wind's going to be kicking up today. I'm not looking forward to that. All right. All right, everybody. So I think I'll, if anybody's got any questions or anything, feel free to ask. This is Garden Chat, so I'm just going to do our thing, chatting and everything. All right. Before I think or lose track of it, I'm going to go ahead, go get my coffee cup I left over here. Walk with me now. There you go, coffee cup. All right. I had to pour out my coffee because of a bug landed into it. Oh yeah, that was awesome. But all right, guys, I'll go ahead and take a look, see around here if there's any more to be seen. There's more to be seen, but I wasn't taking you around to see every single plant here. Ooh, come on, Mother Nature, work with me. All right. I'll say that regards mostly the breeziness. All right. Alright, this is what I'm going to do with this one here. Make a couple little cuttings, making so the branches aren't that tall. I usually do that here or there. I've been meaning to do that with some of them before, but some of these plants haven't been getting all that tall. For me, these plants are kind of, in general, in height, I mean, not the biggest they can be. But that's my opinion. So I'm always looking at it from a certain perspective as me as a grower. This time around, when the season comes to, I'm going to have to switch it up in regards to methods, or not methods, switch it up in regards to how soon I start certain plants. Come on, easy with the breeze. I do not like it when it starts getting breezy like this. Most growers don't, but oh no, I'm going to regret this day. Alright, I know what's going to happen today sometime. Wind's going to kick up, I'm not going to kill a couple plants, so usually does that. I'm willing to bet I can expect that to happen today. Usually when I get that feeling, it usually ends up being right. But alright everybody, I'm going to go ahead thanks, Deidre. Elegant, I eat a lot of them, and then I also make a lot of spices. Every so often, I'll sell a few boxes, hook some family members up, but really depends on what's going on. I'm kind of hoping today, or not today, the season ends up turning into something awesome in the next few weeks here. So a lot of them are still lagging behind due to how the season started. The season started kind of badly for growers all over Illinois. Very badly. I mean, a lot of growers weren't even able to get their areas tilled until like dang, pretty much nearly in July. So, if not later. So a lot of corn growers and certain other things, they weren't able to do anything with the corn because of the way it started. And it was like, all right, hey, sorry guys. So basically, I mean, with the way this year was going, very bad for the farmers in general. Illinois does a lot of farming. There's a lot of corn growers that weren't able to grow. Some of them that are doing well, but a lot of them, the fields were flooded, and it didn't dry up until sometime in July. And July was a really dry month, so that was plus side in a way, so it could dry the stuff up. But it was way too late in the season for them to start corn, for most of them anyway. So, all right, let's get back to the chat. Well, Rodney, if you wait for your pods to turn red, then you should have no problem germinating black pearls. But keep in mind, black pearls have a tendency to stray away from their original look that you could get from the parent plant. So you can end up with a plant that doesn't look dark or black entirely at all. The plant will be all green, the pods will be green, but it'll still be the same plant. It's just that it won't have that dark color. Or it could have the color, and you just gotta play by sight with those ones because there's wide variance issue on that. It's not a bad thing. I mean, I've seen that happen personally, and some of them can stay the same, but a lot of it's got a consistency thing with that. So. Joe, yes, I do have some chocolate bullahs out there, but some of them are producing well, some not so much. But, all right, getting a little breezy out here. Go ahead. I'm gonna have to do a little watering a couple of these planters out here. Work with me. All right. A lot of people should be able to tell these. This one's getting ready to start changing. Ghost pepper plant here. Then this one's a snacking pepper plant. Hungarian wax pepper. This one's supposed to have the heat of a habanero, but we'll see. All right. These are habaneros. Cayenne. This is stevia plant or stevia. Another red habanero plant. Petunia, flower. Growing in the same size container as this, but it's just cascading down. Now, this is a Tabasco. Some turning color, but Tabasco, what I've noticed, a lot of them sometimes they'll have a bad habit of starting going soft once they turn color. And then this plant called Lemon Dream. Let's see here. Before I go back in the house, I will have to go readjust stakes on some of these plants. It's called Sweet Heat. Nice pepper plant. This one's habanero. All right. Now I want to adjust some of these plants, but I can't do that with well, I can do that, but it'd be better if I did use both hands rather than one hand, so I don't risk snapping the branch or anything. All right. Now, in regards to me germinating seeds, a lot of times I'll just get a seed flat, like a 72 cell seed flat or something. Get a few of them, and then just start germinating away. And then with some seed starting mix, usually doesn't matter too much, but as long as it's light, airy, and can soak up moisture pretty well. Um, so yeah, but these are the cayennes. Cayennes are just loaded. Like this plant here. These ones are sweet. Lots of pods, probably a couple hundred pods on there or so. Yeah. All right. All right, everybody. Make my way back out here a little bit. Gotta check on some plants, but. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I got some stuff to check on in here, but I'm going to have to see. Joe, the chocolate bulas I've been growing aren't DMs. All right. I'm just to let you know I'm not being testy or anything. Just I want a black and blue butterfly. Just still floating around here. Uh, all right, guys. I'm gonna wind this down here. So I still gotta spend a little time adjusting some of these plants, just to brace them a little better. All right. If there's anything else anybody like to ask, now's the time to do it. But I'd like to have some more of these stakes right here, but those ones cost a fair amount. Those bamboo ones work pretty well. They're sturdy. But all right, looks like it's about that time I need to really adjust some of these stakes. Wind's getting stronger. Here comes the wind burst. Oh boy. All right, guys. I got to get to moving on this. So, otherwise, I don't want to see much of my plants get messed up before I have a chance to do it. All right. So, all right. Well, I'll say thank you everybody for tuning in and all that. And yeah, this has gone on a little bit longer than I was expected, but it's all right. So. All right, you guys. I will check y'all soon, and please stay tuned and all that. I'll show y'all a couple pods before I go. So yeah, I'm liking the look of this one. I think I'll probably save seeds from these two here. But here's another Bula variation. I know some people will be like, oh, it's not the real one, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's not what I'm concerned about. It's a Bula either way. So Bula's been around for years. But, all right, anyway, I didn't mean to go into that like that. All right, this one's a bonnet-like type, but they're much hotter. I mean, chocolate bonnet-like. There's a texture similarity. Here's a ghost pepper. But, all right. Viper. Get some of those going. I like those. Got some good strong heat. All right. All right, you guys. This is what I gotta do. I gotta go do my thing, and hopefully I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for being part of the show. Oh yeah, these are another Bula variant that has gone red when I first started growing them. So, I mean, I had gotten chocolate Bulas, but one plant turned red, as I mentioned before. But, alright. Well, I thank you guys for tuning in and everything. I do appreciate it. And if this wind doesn't get too terrible today, I'll see about another update in next week or so. But, alright, guys, if you could. And then, yeah. So, and share if you can share as well. And then, see you on the next video. And remember, till next time. Keep it spicy, y'all. Alright. Alright, guys. See you around the next video. Peace out. Alright. Later.